Hello, hi, hello again. It's me, Veronica, and I am following on the weekly series Awakening Your Creativity, which is mostly based on Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way, and my own experience in actually in relation to what this book is about, because it's very close to the healing process. And this is something I'm going to talk a little bit more about today. Actually, from my birthplace, I'm visiting my parents right now for my birthday with these beautiful flowers in a little bit colder region, so to say. So I'm continuing on the chapter of inner strength, recovering the sense of your inner strength. Yeah, and it's delving right away in the uncomfortable um, topic, which is the feeling of shame. And guilt is actually one of the common friend of this feeling, together with the fear. And I must say that during these years of transformation, I had to work a lot with these feelings through energy healing, um, as part of psychology courses, etc. So, shame is a very powerful destructive feeling. And when we are paralyzed with fear of doing something new, we are meeting um, shame. And well, some people maybe don't, and they're super lucky. So, anyways, it's the way to control the free will. And yeah, of course, it usually comes from the childhood, this kind of um, pattern. So sometimes we can also do this, awaken the shame in another person, preventing him, her of doing something that can confuse us. And so when we create something artistic, right, some piece of art, we can connect to this as feeling like telling a secret, some kind of secret. It's like when we were punished for being curious in the childhood, like what would people say, right? It was a lot of this external uh, approval, so to say. So art is like a mirror in the society and brings everything to the surface. And if it's like sending the light into the darkness, and quite often when people don't want to see the truth because it can be very painful, and subconsciously we might be protected from feeling that pain because it can be too overwhelming. So when people don't want to see that, they can become very angry. And I've noticed that myself. Now, for instance, when I say something from my heart to now I've been also working a lot with self-love. So when I say something that is true to myself and the other person can react really, really fiercely and really drastically. And I've noticed that especially with the strong women. Um, well, actually, it doesn't matter. It can be anyone who has this huge ego and pain connected to this. And I used to be this myself. I wasn't handling the truth well, especially if it was painful. That's how our psyche works as well. So art can be something that is opening the old lockers and attics, and there are a lot of skeletons, right? And monsters that lives in there. And this is the way how for me healing is connected with art so much and was a part of my healing journey, is learning to unlock and learning to heal the dark um, yeah, secrets or rooms, etc. And I use many other techniques as well that are yeah, through meditation, guided meditations, through healing meditations, through um, hypnotherapy, many, many different ways. working with our subconscious. Yes. So before we heal the trauma, I'm looking at my notes here so that I remember, and it's very vulnerable topic because when we work with the emotions, when we work with the traumas, at least for me, for empaths, those who are sensitive, those who are vulnerable, those who used to keep their emotions inside and never show, right? It can be a quite long journey to come to the point when you actually allow yourself to be vulnerable. So I make sure I connect to my list of the things that I wanted to mention today. So what does it have to do with the reviews, for instance? When artists, different kind of artists, can start something new, they can feel the shame to continue. And in the childhood, when there was something artistic coming out or curiosity coming out from the child, they felt completely stupid of being talented or being irrelevant or being different. And shame was one of these yeah, ways to be controlled. So many artists would feel inspired to start and they stop doing, and that's usually called the symptom of pain and vulnerability rejection. So the professionals in psychology and psychiatry would see that as a sign, um, and it's an inability to handle the pain. And this is why so many newly establishing artists can just drop what they are doing. They don't have enough self-confidence. They don't have the knowledge how to deal with this kind of destructive feelings. So trying to get love, trying to get approval from the parents in the childhood, and the way how Julia Cameron refers to the artist is the inner child. So we could maybe put away our talents or what would make us happy to be loved and to make our parents happy. So the critics, though, can be destructive and healthy. So aha moments when we hear or see the criticism coming from the place of love and support can bring us this um, very positive feedback and something that we might even want to add and see for ourselves how it can be improved. But the destructive criticism, it's yeah, especially for those who are sensitive. For me, it doesn't work. I only need the encouragement, and this is I've learned through my journey. It's really the encouragement that would make me going. Maybe later on, I can usually see how I can improve, and I can listen to the critic, but only if it's coming from the place of love and not comparison, etc. So the rules would be accept the criticism and just forget about it right away. Write down which words and phrases are mostly disturbing. Write down those that seem reasonable. Take care of yourself, and then you can go back and read the positive review. Even if something can be perceived as ugly, it can be the part of the artistic journey. So let's say a painting or a move was ugly, but that's like a process. So um, keep creating. And this part of inner strength is when the growth, and in my case, the self-development work that I've been consciously doing now for quite some time, is exactly repeating the same thing, two steps ahead, one back, and getting used to this like jump ahead and then kind of coming back to almost the same, but not really. So give yourself as much time as you need to um, accept those changes, to integrate, to actually embody them. Yeah, so feeling guilty for the process is never a solution. And I know for myself it's quite a usual feeling that comes. Oh, I should have been, smarter. I've been doing this work for so long and I've been going through this kind of processes. But when you're in the bottom of a new level, the consciousness actually makes this, the way how I see it, kind of forget and get into this kind of pain so that you can fully live it through and let it go. At least that's how I found it works best for me. And then when I get on the out of this bottom of the new level, then I'm like, of course. But that's the type of the process to be healed and yeah, to grow. And grow is never comfortable. It's actually getting us out of our comfort zone, which is uncomfortable. So very often the week of active results can be followed by just the week doing nothing, or by the mind being perceived as doing nothing, which is stuckness or something like this. And morning pages doesn't look like bringing any result. So like with any growth process, we are supposed to just keep doing even if we don't see the result, right? Like the small steps, consistency. That's what usually talked about in any success book: small steps and consistency. And if we give small gifts each day for ourselves, we check with ourselves, we slow down, we see what's happening in our body actually. What do I feel? Do I want to do some exercise right now, or like, give myself a break if I was working on the computer the whole morning? And make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. So if we do this kind of steps, the universe will take care of us even more. And so funny that it's actually a very short paragraph in the book about this. And nowadays there is so much information on power of manifestation, the creation, and different practices to bring what you want in your life, and how we co-create together with the universe. And this was actually one of my topics from last week. And what cosmic art healing is about is the bringing the co-creator or creator from within, so we can co-create with the universe together. I think that's going to be it for today, and I am very thankful for those who keep watching me. Please comment, how do you go through the growth periods, and what do you do to work with the feeling of guilt or shame? And yeah, if for you the healthy way for the is to be encouraged instead of this frightening technique of go 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 go, which way does work for you the best? And check if you are curious about the courses and the programs that help with creativity awakening from the artistic perspective, with the sacred geometry consciousness expansion. Send me a direct PM or check my Facebook page of Cosmic Art Healing. And we're actually working on my web page that is going to come soon. So very exciting processes. Thanks again for watching, and have a blessed day.